When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Sun Devils will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Utah Utes offense will get first crack at it today. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
He'll do it himself. Hard running there. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air. It's Dampier. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Utes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Parker. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will go to work for the first time today.
It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. They'll run it from the gun. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Catch in the middle, it's Tyson.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Fires to the tight end. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's open on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Trying play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to Brown. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
That was a big first down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a first down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm offensively, big first down for this offense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Tollefson. Setting up the screen. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He'll bring it out. It's Glover. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Dampier. He's got him. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Utes are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field, just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. Rushes on him. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Steps away to find some room. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He gets it up close to the 25, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's some pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his tight end. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Dampier. That one never had a chance, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Simmons. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Caught over the middle, it's Davis. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a 1st down. Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? Wants to throw on 1st down. And the timing just a hair off.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Number 92, on to kick it away.
And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City.
The Utes will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum, but unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Michigan. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gibson on the option. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Makes the grab. It's Davis. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw. It's Dampier. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Parker.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field.
Number 92, in punt formation to kick it away.
Bearcats will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. Just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Looking for space. It's Udo. At the 35, he's loose. And he was is off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
On the direct snap, it's Brown. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Tyson. Turning it on. Spin, still running. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Brown has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Second down coming up. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Missed it. No good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Fakes to grab. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Utes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is one of those tapes that you don't want to watch. I mean, I'm not sure what to point to. And listen, they got to take deep shots. I get it because they're down by a lot. But this just a nothing well, man. It's just a goose egg on the scoreboard, and this is a tape they're going to want to burn.
Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll start this drive going to the air. Time to take a shot. He caught it. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And the route is on. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Simmons. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Takes the easy completion. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. And the Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Using his legs, it's Parker. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He a deep shot late in the game. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now adjusting. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference.
There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Fires downfield. Finds space on the right. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback may change this route. A shot toward the end zone. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind...